Hey guys, welcome back. Let's talk about all this Halo stuff because there's a lot to go over. So let's just get right into it. So we're gonna start off with the Project Meteorite trailer, which is for the three prequel missions that was shown off at the Xbox showcase. So let's just get right into it. And a little side note, yes, I'm aware of all the talk around this cutscene because it from us all in the control room. Yeah, it looks the animations, like something about it seems off. Although I like the salute from Full Hammer. That was pretty cool though. That was a nice gesture. But anyways, let's just get right to it.
You've heard the story. Halo, the Chief, stuff of legends. But that's not the story I'm telling today. This one, you haven't heard. I've started simple enough. Drop in, grab the goods, get out before anyone noticed. Well, guess what? They noticed. Now you ready to get to it? You serve long enough, you learn to read a battlefield. This place, more of a freak show. And trust me, I know freaky.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock. The thing with simple jobs is, they always get complicated. Plans change. Odds get worse. My advice, bring a Spartan. Chief, you ever get tired of being the strong, almost silent type?
No.
So, what do you guys think? I think it looks really cool. It's awesome that they're bringing back space combat for a mission in these prequel missions. Pretty awesome, because we haven't had actual space dogfights in Halo campaigns since what, Reach? Unless you could count that Banshee segment in the second mission of Halo 5 with Blue Team. That would be the closest that I can think of in recent memory to where space dogfights were a thing in Halo campaigns. So outside that, it's been Reach. Like, it's been a long time. Very long time. So, I mean, I'm all for it. I am all for that. So, thank goodness for that. So, I mean, pretty cool. So, that's definitely a thing that this remake has going for it. So, and I'm all for it. I mean, this was definitely these three new missions were gonna be one of the question mark / highlights for me to get this remake because I already have the Master Chief Collection on both Steam and Xbox. So I mean, because I can still play CE on MCC whenever I want to. Now this remake though, it has some stuff going for it. It does, But all right, so next up we're gonna be talking about skulls, baby, skulls. So it's going to be pretty awesome. So, I mean, there's a lot of them. So, hence why they kind of laughed about it last year. So, about Lasso. So, let's get right into it.
Park your rear and lend an ear. It's your favorite lean, mean man in green, Sergeant Major Avery Johnson. I just beat the campaign, aren't I done? No, we got all the bits, bobs, levers, and knobs to tweak and tune your experience. First up, skulls. In Halo Campaign Evolved, there are 3 skulls hidden in each and every alien-infested mission. They're collectible artifacts that help you modify your mission with tougher challenges, bonus perks, or some truly absurd outcomes. Turn on one, turn on two. Hell, turn them on if you think you can handle it. Let's have a look at some of my favorites. You feeling proud of those headshots? How about celebrating with a grunt birthday party? How about infinite ammo? Let me say that again. Infinite ammo. Activate the bandana skull and you'll never have to worry about battery charge or how many magazines you got left. And if the ground is feeling hot, 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 some skulls will make you jump around. Boom! Bang! Look at them fly. Some skulls bring the bip, the bap, and the boom. Rockets, grenades, vehicles. It's glorious to behold. Do you believe you can fly? Do you believe you can touch the sky? The Acrophobia skull will let you take flight to explore every corner of Alpha Halo, whether you should be there or not. You want to admire that sleek new Mark V armor. Activate the perspective skull to pull those eyes out of your head and see things in third person. Then again, sometimes you just want some old school vibes. Maybe throw it back to simpler times. In my day, the MA5B held 60 rounds. Look at those shell casing fly. Whether you want to play OG or OP, skulls can make you feel like the biggest badass on the block. And that's not all. Can't decide to take? Remix mode will automatically or combo platter to get you out of the menu and into the mayhem. Don't worry though, at this fine establishment, substitutions are allowed. This feature is perfect for any discerning cyborg super soldier looking to mix things up a bit. Remix opens up the floodgates of what's possible on the battlefield. Hey, what are these guys doing here? Remix doesn't just change how you play the game. It changes how you see the battlefield. And it goes without saying, a Halo adventure like this is just too good to keep to yourself. So feel free to bring a friend or three to subject to your masochistic madness. Skulls and Remix let you play Halo your way. Halo Campaign Evolved. Pre-order now. That's an order, soldier.
And there you have it. So, what do you guys think? The skull combinations are insane. Like, let's just start off with a campaign remix. A campaign randomizer. That's their way of replayability. Besides just kind of beating the campaign on harder difficulties. So I'm like the fact it took this long is kind of insane. But 42 skulls. So considering there's 10 missions in the original, combat evolved. So 3 skulls per each mission. Plus, the prequel missions will be an additional 9. So yes, 42 unique gameplay changing skulls. So that is awesome. I'm all for that because that sounds really cool. So now we understand why they were laughing about last year. Now we know why. So, I mean, I'm all for it. So, and they even accounted for people who are mad about like modded features like sprint in this remake. So they included skulls to disable those, so you can play it like CE was being played like. So I mean, that's good. That's good that they thought of it. See, I first thought they were talking about like toggles in the menu, but I guess they went with the skull option. So, but shouldn't it have been the other way around where skulls could enable sprint? I don't know. That's just kind of a weird nitpick, But it's cool that's there for those who don't want sprint in the game at all. That's cool. So, and that was kind of one of my critique is having sprint in this remake because it's Combat Evolved. It didn't have it, so that's kind of what one of my big things was, because it went against like what the formula of what made CE such an amazing game to begin with, But so it's cool that you can disable it. Mini rant over. So let's move on to the final trailer for this video, which is the cutscene, the story cinematic trailer that they aired like literally the day after the showcase. It's a little mini story that's attached to this because Note at the bottom will say running on PS5 Pro. Now that's interesting because there was actually a bit of rumor going around is that Sony was going to have this video at the Sony State of Play that took place on June 2nd, but Microsoft, more specifically Asha Sharma, had it removed at the last minute, and apparently that made Sony very upset apparently, which I'm like, why the hell are you upset? You've been trying to kill Xbox for years, Sony, so I don't know why you would be upset about it, but whatever. That's a whole different topic though, so let's get to it.
Now move it out! Double time!
We were losing the war. Pushed to the edge of extinction by an alien alliance bent on our eradication. The Covenant. So we made a bet and trusted everything we had left to one soldier. Those of us who managed to escape found something. It wasn't refuge. It was something ancient. Beautiful. And dangerous. The Covenant followed us here. If they claim this place, humanity doesn't survive.
That's not going to happen.
You are more than your armor. More than your mission. And more than they can handle. They believe they can wreck us. The fight ends here. They're wrong.
And there you have it. So, now that all the videos are out, so what do you guys think? I think the remake is shaping up to be pretty good. I don't think it will, be superior to the original or anything like that, but I think it would be a pretty solid experience, especially for those who never played Combat Evolve, at all. So this will be their very first time. So, also on the side note, finally we got actual MIDI bullets in the HUD are back. Finally. After so long, that was kind of that was essentially annoying because that was in every other game outside of what was it I think Infinite got rid of it, so it's good that's back. It's back here, so little to take aside. So we have for those who want to play on PC like myself. So what specs are you gonna need to run this? So luckily we have a rec sheet. So let's go over that, shall we? So here are the hardware requirements. For low/minimum settings, you're going to need, if you want 1080p 60 FPS, you're going to need a AMD Ryzen 3600 or an Intel i7-10700K, a GeForce RTX 2060 Super, a AMD Radeon 6600, Intel Arc A580, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigs of VRAM, operating system Windows 10, Windows 11 is recommended, of course. 100 gigabytes, that's across all, minimum slash recommended to maximum settings. Now for medium, 1440p at 60, if you want that, you're going to get the AMD Ryzen 7 5700X, an Intel Core i5 12600K, a GeForce RTX 3070, that's a pretty popular card. AMD Radeon RX 7600 XT, again 16 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigs of VRAM, Windows 11. You get the idea. Now for high, at 4K at 60, why are they kind of emphasizing on 4K for recommended? That's kind of weird, but okay. Anyways, this is for the high settings. If we want high settings, you're gonna need AMD Ryzen 7 700, a Intel Core i7 1200K, a GeForce RTX 3080 Ti, a AMD Radeon 9070, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 12 gigs of VRAM. If you want to go all baller and play on ultra settings, again 4K at 60, you're gonna need an AMD Ryzen 9 7900X, an Intel Core i9 13900K, a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of VRAM, again Windows 11, 100 gigabytes of space. So I mean, just kind of looking at it, it seems that the maximum is kind of similar to what Doom: The Dark Ages was. So that gives me some hope. This is me inhaling hopium that the port is not going to be that terrible. Which, I mean, like, it better not be terrible, considering that it's, a first-person shooter, and you kind of need smooth-ass gameplay for a first-person shooter, and, considering that Halo's future is going to be Unreal, like, they kind of need to come out swinging to convince people that moving to Unreal was the right decision. So they need to make this performance a Hail Mary, a home run. So, like, they really need to, and, let's hope so, but, Now, there's three different versions of the game if you plan on buying the game. So, let's go over those, shall we? So, here are the choose editions across Xbox, Steam, and PlayStation. So, the standard, you get, the standard edition, and get the standard edition, which is both, digital or physical. And you get apparently you get both armory packs if you pre-order the game, which is kind of cool. But I thought oh wait, I missed that. That was for the base game. I misread that. My bad. Anyways, for premium edition, you get everything that's on this list outside the physical collectibles, and for the collector's edition, there is a physical collectibles. We'll go over that. We're about to go over that because yeah. So and there's also situations surrounding that. By the way, we'll get into that afterwards. So here's what's gonna be in the collector's edition. So you're gonna get all the digital extras. So the Art of Halo Campaign Evolved digital art book, a Hungry Buzzards digital short story, and the digital game manual, a steelbook. So it includes the premium edition, of course. Like it better for the price you're paying for it. And usually, if you're buying this and you're playing on console, you'll get a physical disc. Now for PC, you obviously just get a code, because like Doom: The Dark Ages Special Edition did the same thing. So, yep, there's a voucher with the premium edition, but included for both console and PC. So a collectible steelbook, a 12-inch Master Chief statue, a replica LED Cortana ship, with a modernized recreation of Halo Combat Evolved physical game manual. Dude, like that should have been included in all versions of the game. Like, why is it specifically for the, collector's edition? That's kind of annoying, but I mean, I got the collector's edition, so it doesn't affect me because I got it, but that should be a thing for all versions, in my opinion. Original concept art, 3 original concept art pieces, the 2 armory packs, and the digital story and art collection. So as you can see here, yeah. So the situation surrounding this is where it's all sold out. It was sold out like almost immediately within 24 hours, and it's being scalped for like more than double the price on eBay. So I was lucky enough and pre-ordered this thing while live streaming the Xbox Showcase, so I got pretty darn lucky with that one. So I definitely clutched out on that. Thank God, because this collection looks pretty darn nice. And that Halo statue is going to go right next to my Doomslayer one. So those two, they're going to look pretty nice right next to each other on my desk. So that's going to be really darn nice. So, I mean, overall, I'm pretty happy with what we're getting with Campaign Evolved. Yes, there are some things I'm still critical of are not changing. Like the, asset reuse and all that. Like, that was never going to change. Like, it was not. They did add green lights to the Marine, so kind of make it closer to the CE. you know, Marines. So they obviously knew some of the criticisms. You know, like there were some changes, like the fact that the cutscenes are pre-rendered instead of real time, like it originally was. Because in the October reveal, if you like really paid close attention, there was pop-in in the cutscene that they showed in the gameplay. You know, last October. So they definitely changed that, which is kind of weird and all, but okay, because you can't really. If there's pop-in in gameplay, you can't hide that. Like that's something that has to be patched. So, kind of weird change, but it is what it is. I mean, the cutscenes still look really darn good, though. But I mean, with the cutscenes as good as they look, do you really need it to be pre-rendered, though? I personally don't think so, but that's just me, though. You know what I mean? But other than that, though, you know, some of the criticisms, like the asset reuse, sprint, but you can turn sprint off as they have skulls for that. Because they have a common, they even showed it where they have a combination of skulls, like where, you know, you have those 4 skulls on, it'll play just like CE originally did. So they definitely include that option for people who don't want it, you know. Want to play more like a modern game. So they want that old school Halo feel, there you go. So that's definitely what I'll be using once I get all those skills for sure. Like, no question about it. But, you know, other than that, though, I think I've said everything I needed to say about it. I'm obviously definitely picking this game up. I pre-ordered the collection edition, so I'm very looking forward to this. Will I do a review on it? Probably. Yeah, to see what other changes that definitely that are in this that we don't know about yet. So I mean, the game is out next month, so it's pretty short. So it's not that far away. So I mean, that's all really I got to say on this news. So what do you guys think of all of this new information we got? Are you still undecided on campaign development? Are you gonna skip it or are you gonna pick it up? You obviously already know my answer. So then I'll see you on the next one. Till then, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Till then, have a good one.